What's up, guys? It's me, Owen. I am back with another video, back with another NASCAR diecast review. And this is a diecast that I say it a lot, but if you don't have this in your collection, get it now or forever hold the L that you will be taking for not having it in your collection. Because this to me, and this to me feels like it's going to be one of the most unique diecasts ever released, and just in general because of the driver, the number, just a lot of things in general. And that would be Kimi Raikkonen and his number 91 Recogni Chevy for Trackhouse Racing, the Project 91 car, the debut of the Project 91 car. Now, what I mean by that, that's what Trackhouse calls it, and which is why it's the number 91. And essentially, just the way that Justin Marks has talked about it is that this car is meant to, as like a third car for the team to bring in guys potentially from other motorsports to race, if they're interested and whatnot. Raikkonen, obviously, of course, he has previous NASCAR experience. I believe, if not in all three series, at least in Cups and Trucks. And he was just in the race at COTA this past weekend. And I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up making another start sometime in the future. But for his return to the Cup Series and his return to NASCAR, I'm so glad to have this diecast in the collection. Let us, of course, go ahead and get this diecast out of the box and on with the review. Hope you all are doing well. Please make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. And here's the diecast out of the box. Now, the thing with this, and why I say it's one of the more unique diecasts that we'll ever get, is the fact that, again, like, yes, Kimi Raikkonen has previous NASCAR experience. This is, I don't believe they've ever made a diecast for him, so this would be his first. But also to see a guy who raced in F1, and yes, I know, Juan Pablo Montoya, I get it, but he transitioned from that and to NASCAR and IndyCar as well and all the other stuff. But for some of these other guys, it's just insane to see them, race in NASCAR. Like, again, at COTA, we had Kimi Raikkonen, Jenson Button, Ed Jones was in the truck race, Jimmy Johnson making another start, Connor Daly, of course, running for the money team, which he's done a couple of times, and he's also made some truck appearances. There was another driver in the Cup race. I'm blanking on the name. Maybe I'm wrong, but there was another guy in the Cup series that's like, it was pretty cool to see him there, and he's not usually racing NASCAR. Let me know in the comments, because I know Button, Raikkonen, Johnson, who's been part-time, and then obviously Ed Jones was in the truck race. But aside from that, it's just so cool to see this. And Raikkonen only made one start last year. That was Watkins Glen. And let's be honest here, he looked good. Like, for somebody who hasn't ran in NASCAR in years and had never ran the next gen car, and and for how the next gen car was last season, in its debut year, Kimi came out at Watkins Glen, and it's a road course. So being an F1 guy, you're good at road courses and street courses and shit. But for Kimi to come out, and he was running top 15, top 20. I think he even got in the top 10 at points in time, if I remember correctly. Unfortunately, didn't finish the race. He got involved in a wreck coming out of the S's, I think, or the bus stop, or whatever you want to call it. But hey, there's the Ricky Stripes. But for Kimi, to run as well as he did in the race, up to when he got knocked out of the race, it was really freaking cool to see. Also, the other thing that makes this diecast unique is, again, because this was ran at a road course, you get the gas tank on the right side of the car instead of usually on the left. It was just so cool to see. And stuff like the Project 91 car it's so awesome. And massive shout out to Justin Marks with Trackhouse Racing. I mean, what he has done with that team, the way that he's built it up, he started as a single car team, brought in Daniel Suarez, a guy who, we always wondered what could have been with him if he wasn't rushed up to Cup after the retirement of Carl Edwards. And in their first year, they showed little flashes here and there. They did all right. And then the news of the freaking year with Marks buying out Chip Ganassi Racing's NASCAR program and then bringing in Ross Chastain off of that. And then the success that this team had last year, Chastain getting his first first career Cup win and then more. Suarez finally getting his first career Cup win. Chastain, the fucking Hail Melon move, going all the way to the Final Four of the playoffs and having a shot at the championship. Like, bro, it is crazy how fast that team has grown. And also a reminder, Pitbull's a part of it. Fucking Pitbull. Are you kidding? So I cannot wait to see what other drivers end up driving this Project 91 car. And I'm more than excited for Kimi to make future starts with it and whatnot. And seeing how we got, again, Jenson Button was in the Cup race. Ed Jones was in the truck race. And there's always, it's just so cool because we've every now and again we hear about Cup guys wanting to do the Indy double, where you run the Indy 500 and then whatever race is on that weekend for NASCAR, you run the same thing the same day. Guys have done it before, but we haven't seen anybody do it since Kurt Busch years ago. And I believe Larson's going to do it next year, or something like that. It's crazy to then see guys from that side of motorsports, from the F1, from IndyCar, come over to NASCAR and make these starts. Like it feels more frequent in a way when historically speaking, not necessarily currently, but historically speaking, than it is the other way around. But it is still a novelty that it's just crazy to see. Who knows, man? Maybe one day we'll get like a Lewis Hamilton in NASCAR. Imagine that. Imagine Lewis Hamilton saying, "You know what? I've done everything I need to do in F1. I've won a shitload of championships. I've won a shitload of races. I've won a shitload of money. I want to try something else." And he says, "You know what? I'm going to NASCAR." I'm pretty sure that the motorsports community would lose its fucking mind. Literally. It would. It would just be crazy. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.